Good afternoon. So we finished with Behemoth and we're into Job chapter 41 today. Slow but sure. Today we get to look at Leviathan and what the Lord thought it was important that Job would remember or know about that great beast. Arthur Burke has a great set of understandings. I believe it's called Joy Unstoppable. It's on the Sapphire Leadership Group website if you ever want to learn more about this topic. But I just welcome your spirit forward just to spend a few minutes with the Lord and His Word. Can you draw out Leviathan with a hook or snare his tongue with a line which you lower? It's interesting that he's compared to fishing, since he is mostly in water. Can you put a reed through his nose or pierce his jaw with a hook? It's almost like a challenge when something is so large in your life that it has its own life, and you feel powerless to be able to capture it, contain it, tame it. Will he make supplications to you? Will he speak softly to you? Will he make a covenant with you? Interesting language. In Arthur's teaching, he talks about the different heads of Leviathan and how they correspond to the 7 principles of the redemptive gifts. But it's one of those beings that when it makes a covenant, it doesn't manifest like a demon, but there is a devouring that happens regularly until it's confronted and removed. Will you take him as a servant forever? Will you play with him as with a bird? Or will you leash him for your maidens? Will your companions make a banquet of him? Will they apportion him among the merchants? Just all the different angles and perspectives in dealing with this creature. I know sometimes when I've got something large going on in my life that doesn't feel tameable, sometimes it helps to look at it from different angles. I bless you with that today, Spirit. One of the ways that our relational circuits go down is if we are fixed and locked on something that is upsetting to us. And when our relational circuits are down, not only can we not connect with God and with others, but we also don't have access to how it is to be our best self. Can you feel his skin with harpoons or his head with fishing spears? Lay your hand on him. Remember the battle. Never do it again. Some battles are like that. We come away feeling defeated. Is that what God's trying to do with Job? Is that like the nature of God, to put us in a situation and overwhelm us with so much information that we just feel like hopeless despair? That doesn't really sound like the Lord. But you have to wonder in Job's life, in the days of his calamity, If some of these descriptions remind him of some of the things that he has endured and dealt with and felt. Indeed, any hope of overcoming him is false. Shall one not be overwhelmed at the sight of him? No one is so fierce that he would dare stir him up. Have you been in a battle that you don't want to head towards again? Has it left you with trauma? Made you walk in a certain amount of fear to avoid anything similar? Who then is able to stand against me? Who has preceded me that I should pay him? Everything under heaven is mine. And that ultimately is the perspective that we have to add to even those things that make us feel powerless, or traumatized, or bruised, or afraid. Compared to our God, there is no comparison. And we may not know the answers now, or have the why question fulfilled yet. But when we remember the size of our God, we become more like David when he exclaims, "With my God, I can scale any wall." Yeah, we are imperfect on this side, and we may still bump into places where we have to chew those words because we don't have them in our bones yet. But that's where we're headed. Don't forget where you're headed today. And don't forget the size of your God in the picture of the things that are fierce and seem against you right now. And I bless you with that truth. In Jesus' name.